Season 7 of Young Sheldon introduces Penny's successor, who may even surpass Kaley Cuoco's adored position on The Big Bang Theory. In Young Sheldon, Mandy takes on the role of Penny, demonstrating empathy and compassion in her dealings with others. The planned Young Sheldon sequel series, in which Mandy co-stars with Georgie, illustrates her ability to surpass Penny. Although Penny's maternity narrative on The Big Bang Theory was cut short, Young Sheldon will go deeply into Mandy's journey as a mother. Introducing the ideal substitute, who may even surpass Kaley Cuoco's character from The Big Bang Theory, is Young Sheldon in Season 7. Cuoco played Penny, the original female protagonist of the nerd-centric sitcom, for a whole 12 years, with the exception of a few episodes she had to miss because of an accident. During that period, the character had significant development, transitioning from an ambitious actress to a successful medical representative, and eventually getting married. The relationships Penny had on The Big Bang Theory, especially with Leonard and Sheldon, were just as memorable as her character growth. Many people were involved with Penny on The Big Bang Theory, but her relationships with Leonard and Sheldon stood out the most. Even before they met, Leonard could feel his heart melting for her. Their relationship had its ups and downs, but they finally found happiness at the end of Big Bang Theory. At the same time, Penny and Sheldon's bond developed more gradually. Building a strong bond between them takes a long time. Even though they were different, Penny was always nice to Leonard and Sheldon. Even when she messed up, she was always kind and understanding. Other characters in Young Sheldon have exhibited traits similar to Penny's. Both Meemaw and Missy share a similar spirit of adventure and sass. However, in the episode, "A Fancy Article and a Scholarship for a Baby," from Season 7, Episode 9, Young Sheldon, there is a particular scenario that demonstrates how Mandy is an ideal substitute for Penny. She reassures him that his speech is fine when Georgie shares his worries over it. When the idea of Cece imitating her dad's speech pattern occurs to Mandy, she changes tactics and suggests that Georgie work on his accent. It's impossible for Mandy's predicament to be any different from Penny's on The Big Bang Theory, but it's in her tone of voice that she gently encourages Georgie in his predicament. Then, her ability to gently and without criticizing her husband change gears when she realizes Cece might take after his Texas accent, further highlighting her resemblance to Penny. With Leonard, Sheldon, and the rest of the Pasadena group, this was something that Penny always did on The Big Bang Theory. Although Mandy has only been a part of Young Sheldon for a few seasons, she already has the potential to surpass Penny as a character. Even though Cuoco's character has been on The Big Bang Theory since the beginning, she was never the show's only focus. The upcoming Young Sheldon sequel series starring Mandy and Georgie will propel her to stardom. Yes, Young Sheldon recently made a villain out of Mandy and Georgie for leaving Meemaw, but there's still time for her to make amends. Young Sheldon can help Mandy surpass Penny in many ways, one of which is by addressing her motherly arc. The hasty and undeserved nature of Penny's pregnancy narrative caused it to divide audiences. The Big Bang Theory ruined her decision to have a family by revealing her pregnancy before she had even decided she didn't want one. Nothing new has come out regarding her postpartum condition. However, Mandy's Young Sheldon series will center on this period of her life. As the show tries to get back to its roots, the upcoming episodes of Young Sheldon will likely focus on completing the kid genius arc in Texas and setting him up for his life in Pasadena, California. In order to wrap up Jim Parsons and Amy Bialik's respective stories and the Young Sheldon series, they will both make an appearance in the series finale. Seeing the coupling is wonderful, but a true Big Bang Theory tribute to the Young Sheldon finale would include Penny and maybe even Leonard making an appearance. Although Sheldon's connections affected his life course before Amy came on The Big Bang Theory, it was still before she did. The events of the nerd-centric sitcom began with Leonard and Penny's move across the hall from one another, even though Leonard had already been his roommate and longtime friend before the show began. The instant Leonard lay eyes on Penny, he fell head over heels for her as his loving companion. However, her bond with Sheldon was frequently disregarded. They were the most dynamic duo on The Big Bang Theory. Penny was the only one who could make Sheldon feel better. Being Sheldon's most trusted confidant is a testament to Penny's significance to him. Despite his love of reminiscing about his youth, He spared Penny everything but the most horrific details of his life-altering event. Discovering his father was having an affair. It appears that the reality was never clarified for young Sheldon, despite his retconning of George's infidelity incident. The fact that the only other Big Bang Theory cast member aware of the revelation makes perfect sense, given how significant it was to Sheldon and the prequel's plot, since he will certainly make an appearance in the spin-off. Penny's possible young Sheldon finale will serve multiple purposes, not just Sheldon's. Her and Leonard's pregnancy announcement, which caused quite a stir, can also be resolved in this way. Even Kaley Cuoco voiced her opposition, requesting that the authors take her character's position into account. Viewers can get a clear update on her life since her pregnancy was announced if she returns to the show 5 years after The Big Bang Theory ended. Those who felt she was coerced into having children may stop complaining if they witness her succeeding as a mother, despite her early doubts. Honestly, it's likely that the young Sheldon conclusion will focus on wrapping up loose ends rather than resolving a problem that affected the original series 5 years ago. Having said that, getting the perfect narrative impact shouldn't be too tough. It is not necessary for Penny to have a substantial appearance in the young Sheldon series finale. She may casually drop by during the anticipated flash-forward scene to offer a clever remark and a brief description of her experiences as a mother. The Quantum Leap. A Penny swap for young Sheldon. When it comes to television comedies, Penny from The Big Bang Theory is one of the most beloved characters. The show's ensemble cast benefited from Kaley Cuoco's portrayal of Penny, who added wit, charisma, and a touch of relatability. The question now is, who could play the role of Penny's younger self in the upcoming prequel series Young Sheldon, which will focus on Sheldon Cooper's childhood? This is a really big problem. Penny played a crucial role in The Big Bang Theory, since she was the eccentric neighbor of the brilliant physicists and a steadying influence in their lives. However, Sheldon's reality is transformed in Young Sheldon, which takes place in East Texas during the late 80s and early 90s. There is a wealth of information waiting to be uncovered about his social connections, educational life, and family dynamics. When casting for Penny's role, it's important to look for someone who can blend in with the cast while also adding new ideas and charisma to the show. Now meet Samantha, Sam Taylor, a figure created to take Penny's place while also establishing her own identity in the world of young Sheldon. Sam, a self-assured and gregarious girl who forms an immediate friendship with Missy, Sheldon's sister, is presented as the new neighbor to the Coopers. Penny wanted to be a waitress and actor, but Sam wants to be a scientist. He loves astronomy and has a talent for making things work. Their respective passions in the classroom are a major point of differentiation between Penny and Sam. In contrast to Penny's stereotypical lack of interest in school, Sam excels in the STEM fields. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to delve into the complex web of influences on Sheldon's development that involves his mind and his relationships with others. Having Sam around opens Sheldon's eyes to different ways of looking at intelligence and success, and it also challenges his assumptions about the place of women in STEM professions. The history of Sam's family is another facet of her personality that differentiates her from Penny. Sam hails from an engineering and scientific family, in contrast to Penny, whose ancestry was underdeveloped on The Big Bang Theory. As Sam defies her family's expectations and carves out her own niche in science, there are plenty opportunity for compelling storytelling. In The Big Bang Theory, Penny's connection with Leonard, a key character, was one of the most interesting parts of her character. Sheldon and Sam's friendship reimagines this dynamic in Young Sheldon. Their bond is strong because of the regard and respect they have for one another, but it isn't always smooth sailing. Despite the fact that Sheldon's eccentricities and peculiarities put a strain on Sam's patience, she is there for him through thick and thin as he navigates puberty. Even more so, the Cooper home takes on a new dynamic with Sam's arrival. Sam is more of a friend and mentor to Sheldon than Penny was, who was a frequent cause of romantic tension on The Big Bang Theory. She urges him to embrace the chaos of life beyond academia, try new things, and leave his comfort zone behind. The comic timing and quick wit that Penny possessed were two of her most striking features. Sam is like Young Sheldon in that he can make even the most boring things fun again. Their chemistry is charming and interesting to observe because her witty comments and contagious laughs balance out Sheldon's more serious and analytical attitude. Sam possesses not only comic abilities but also a multifaceted persona. Concerning her future and her position in the world, in particular, she struggles with her personal fears and doubts. Sam gains wisdom about friendship, perseverance, and being authentic from her experiences with Sheldon and the Cooper family. With Sam Taylor joining the cast in place of Penny, young Sheldon can take a new approach to depicting the main character's formative years and open up new narrative possibilities. Sam demonstrates that she can hold her own in the role of her predecessor and win over audiences worldwide with her wit, knowledge, and steadfast friendship.